Hello there, I'm Nita Rose, and in this video we are going to talk about Rave Master Volume 15, Chapters 115-122. So, where do we left off last time? Oh yeah, the group is facing off the dead corpse, and we know he's dead because he literally told them, and that he indeed died 15 years ago and brought back as a zombie because of Daru. He goes on and explains how he brought back to life, how Daru has special magic and whatever and uses dark magic, and yeah, let's just get to the fighting already. Letting Haru team up together to go up against the guy. But he proved to be a challenging foe due to his super strength and his Shadow Stone, which allows anything he touches turn into pieces. And also he can't die, so it's going to be more of a challenge, but there is still a way to kill him. And if any of you've seen any zombie movies, well, you know that light is their weakness. Haru gets the idea of burning him with the combination of his power and Let's fire, but the zombie jumped out of the way and crashed into the ground, missing Haru. Since the fire didn't work, he came up with another idea. He allowed the zombie guy to attack him as to use some kind of force field from his sword and bounce him back into the wall, causing him to break, leaving the zombie exposed to the sun as he burns away, which was a surprise to them at first sight to see a zombie get evaporated by the sun. Okay, so that last attack was a complete accident, but it still worked. It also discovered why Haru is a threat to Daru because he has the power of light. The group continues through the ship and then they were stopped by a wolf. They are later attacked by a pack of werewolves. They started fighting them off and managed to take them all down, but then suddenly they get attacked by a completely different kind, as this one is attained by a guy who calls himself Dr. Mummy, and that he is the one that created all these werewolves. The black werewolf broke free from his chains and attacked Haru and Let. They both struggled with the beast, but then it suddenly startled, and Haru saw Musica's silver necklace. Haru picked it up as he started to suspect that something was off, and after getting bitten by the wolf, Haru suggests that the wolf is Musica. Well, at least we know that Musica is still alive, but I did not expect him to become a ferocious beast. Dr. Mummy was giving Wolf Musica commands while Haru was trying to reason with him, to get him to understand that he's his friend and not a monster. The wolf goes in for an attack, but instead of hurting Haru, he started to hurt himself. Haru tries to stop him, but it's no use as the wolf bled out and it falls to the ground. Haru ran towards him with some kind of liquid into his mouth, but there was no response. Haru then turns to the doctor, but the guy transformed into a skeleton knight. Haru was about to take him out, but he was still too wounded. Let and Saria wanted to help out, but then they get overpowered. Haru gets pinned to the ground as the skeleton was about to finish him off until Musica came to the rescue, thanks to the potion Haru gave him earlier, which was the brand created by Alice. Dr. Mummy recognized the name as it turns out to be his rival back in medical school, who is always one step ahead of him. The skeleton man is crushed away as Musica feels pity and guilt for failing to save Ellie and causing everybody else so many problems, but Haru decided to punch some sense into him and told him that they're still friends. Musica apologizes and the two start to make up as Saria starts to see the dedication of love between the two, but she might get the wrong idea as the two guys started to brawl with each other once again. Now in this chapter we see Ruby waking up in the dark place and see Lilith. He starts to panic thinking that she's going to hurt him, but then Lilith told him that she's on his side and willing to help him and said that Ellie is in the other room. Ruby of course believes her but starts to get suspicious when she showed him a contract. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, it's all true. Lilith continues lying and faking those baby tears for Ruby to sign over everything to Daru, but Ruby doesn't want to make the same mistake as his father did, but he does want to save his friends. So he signed the contract over only to get screwed by Lilith. She was about to kill him, but then a spear or a sharp object pierced through the contract and reveals Haru and the others. Lilith takes this opportunity to trap the Rave Master and the others to the ground as they flew into a pit of water. It appears that Lilith has the power of wind. Therefore, she will be able to float above the water, and then she started attacking them. But Saria managed to shield him and decided to take on Lilith in her mermaid form, while Haru and the others escaped through the cell entrance that Ruby remembered. Saria starts to hold Lilith back while getting Haru to safety, as she will deliver the favor that she owes to him. Haru's worries are gone as he brings up the festival, which makes Saria happy, but her smile turns into seriousness as she strikes down Lilith. And normally I would skip over the fight scenes in the manga because I consider them kind of boring sometimes, but this one seemed to catch my interest. For one thing, we see a character who is a temporary member of the group and mostly there for support, and it's usually one of the main cast members that take down one of the previous foes that they encountered before. But witnessing someone who just joined the group fighting against someone that we've seen before is both interesting and intriguing at the same time. We get to see what Saria is capable of and how she will take down Lilith, as it seems like Saria knows how to cast spells and trap her opponent inside a water sphere. But the downside is that she keeps falling for Lilith's tricks and gets injured, although she did a massive trap in the sphere. Lilith sweet-talked her way out by telling her that she can make her human to be with the man she loves. But in the end, after getting seriously injured, Saria turned the tides on Lilith and defeated her at her own game, and Saria is happy to be a mermaid who's in love. Haru and the others search for Ellie from cell to cell, but they can't seem to find her. Let's suggest that they follow her scent, and that is where Plu comes in, and he points towards the castle. But then suddenly Ruby noticed where they're at, which is the poison area where a criminal named Orochi was living at, as he all of a sudden came out of the ground. Led decided to take him on by himself, but Orochi spread his poison out into the air, then suddenly disappeared. They found footsteps in the dirt, and Let started to follow his track, only to find that he is dead. Already? Wow, this guy didn't last very long. But he's supposed to be like the strongest member in Daru's party, so who could be strong enough to kill him? Well, according to Let, he recognized the tree around him, and it's from the man named Jarrett. Yeah, that dragon guy from the Irrational 6. The crew is shocked that there is a possibility that the demon cards are here as well to get the Shadow Stone. Let decided to go search around for the dragon, and then he gave Plu a whistle, who keeps blowing it and getting on Haru's nerves, as they are now standing in front of the castle. Now, before they enter, this guy from before shows up, as Musica is willing to deal with him, allowing Haru, Ruby, Plu, and Grip to enter the castle and see how big it is on the inside. Plu noticed Ellie's scent is coming from inside a small vent. Haru left the rescue of Ellie to Plu and Grip, while he's gonna go and deal with Daru along with Ruby, apparently. Haru opens the door, and there he sees Daru sitting on his throne. Daru tells him how he went face to face with a man named King and that the two ended in a draw. Haru will declare his victory as the two start their battle. While back outside, Musica is dealing with his opponent and managed to take him down in one strike. And then Musica forced the guy to tell him the location of the Silver Ray. Next we see Plu, Griff, and Unicorn, oh my god, I completely forgot about him, anyway, squeezing inside the vent following Ellie's scent, as Haru is dealing with Daru as he summoned his Sword of Darkness. He throws a feather up in the air while Haru charges at him, but instead of slicing him, Haru is the one who takes the hit, and happens again and again until Haru falls to his knees. Haru tries to deflect his attack, but it doesn't work either, as he fell to the ground once again. Ruby couldn't stand to see him suffer anymore, so he decided to give Daru everything he has. Ruby no longer cares about his money, all he cares about is his friends. Now that Daru has what he wants, he's going to kill Ruby, but Haru saves him only to be stabbed from the back. The chapter and volume ends here with Haru's facing the ground. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, after everything that happened, Haru went through all the stabbing and slashing, and yet he still managed to get back up. Even though it's gruesome, I know it's just another fake out death scene. But I will admit, this is pretty harsh to look at, even knowing very well that Haru's not gonna die. But we will find out what happens in the next volume. And that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out my other parts on TikTok, and don't forget to look me on Discord and X. And I'll see you all next time. Nita Rose out.